Hey guys, it's David with Dub's Treasure Store. I got old Miss Amber here from Mythic Info. We have been out of service for a while, but we just got back into it. As you can see, we just got back into it with this. This is what we're going to do for a while. We're changing up our phase. Instead of being in the Magic the Gathering, we are coming back to Warhammer. Now, I've been doing Warhammer for over 10 years. Amber's brand new to this hobby. She doesn't know anything about Warhammer. So the websites and the blogs that we're going to make regarding Warhammer is going to be how showing you guys how I would introduce someone to Warhammer, how I'd train someone doing Warhammer, building it, painting it, and then playing it. So she's going to be like the guinea pig to kind of show you guys how I introduce my friends to Warhammer. Now, I have worked for a hobby store that had Games Workshop products in their store. So I've had professional training. My favorite aspect of the hobby is building stuff. Now, I've sold all my armies down to 2. My favorite army, and the army I've had the longest, is Imperial Guard, and it's my largest army. But what happened was I got into demons because Imperial Guard are hard to play. They're complex. If you don't know what you're doing, because they're weak and their little guns are flashlights, they're like pew 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 and try to burn you with flashlights. They're not that strong of an army, so you've got to be on your toes to win games with Imperial Guard. So I switched to demons, and my demon army actually allowed me to expand my strategic gameplay to be more based around melee combat, because with Imperial Guard you're mostly shooting and stuff. You don't want to melee or get in a melee combat with Imperial Guard. So demons allowed me to make instead of a balanced army, a more offensive army. And that's why you see some demon stuff here and then Necron stuff. Now, Necrons got revamped. I have been out of the hobby for about a year and a half, 2 years, so I just recently got the new $75 rulebook, which is ridiculously expensive, but look how thick that is. It's $75 for the rulebook. So now we're coming into it in this 7th edition, I'm pretty sure. I didn't play a lot in 6th edition. I played a lot in 5th edition. So now Amber's going to be coming into this hobby at 7th edition, which has got a whole bunch of new rules, I'm sure. So I'll be relearning the game, and she's going to be learning it from the ground up. Now, I thought with her coming into the game, the best army for her to start with would be Necrons. So that's why I went out and bought a bunch of Necron crap, and that's going to be her army. So I've got her the Battle Force. She's got a heavy support pylon. I don't even know what some of these new units are. This is the Necron Catacomb command base. I got her a commander. This is Amikar the Traveler. I don't even know if he's good or not. Now at the Games Workshop store, they had a bunch of blisters of commanders, multiple blisters of the same commanders, but that was the only blister for that commander. So I was like, I haven't read your codex and check out the commanders, which one is good, which one I like. So I just picked that one because there was only one left of it. So I figured, maybe that's why there was only one blister of that commander, is because it's good and people are getting it. So I'm trying to do a quick rundown because right now I didn't want to do a long video of just showing you the stuff we got. But this is the new stuff we got. As of right now with the demons, this set, this model, and the Nurglings and the limited edition Exalted Seeker Chariot, the Slanesh Chariot, will finish my collection, my demons. I'll have every single model in the demons army. So I only got those little bit of demons. Like, I have tons of Plague Marines and tons of Screamers of Zinch, but they are new plastic models, and Nurgle is the favorite Chaos God that I like to play. My army is heavy Nurgle. I have a little bit of everything, so I got that basically because it finishes my collection, and Necrons is, in my opinion, the best army for someone to start with because they're all around good. They're kind of like Space Marines. They don't excel well at everything, or they don't excel well at anything, but they don't suck at anything either. They're just streamlined good. There's not a lot of up and downs with them. So she's got a Battle Force to start with, a heavy support. I'm guessing this is like some kind of floating command center base. She's got a commander. She's got, in the battle force, it comes with a squad of immortals, but she's got another squad of immortals here. And I guess this is replacement for the pariahs. This is the Necron Treyarch Praetorians or Praetorians. So I'm not really sure what they do yet. I didn't read in the codex, but they look like they can be built in different variations to have different combat strategies. So she's got a good core army already, because, you know, the battle force sets you up with a solid core army, like the base of your army. I'm pretty sure with this battle force or battalion, she could have close to 1,000-point army if she decked everything out. But now, with all the stuff she's got, she easily has over a 1,500-point army. Because my Imperial Guard army is an Apocalypse army. I can pimp out I can have over about 7,500 points, close to 8,000 point Imperial Guard army. My demons can easily, my demons army, I have two build lists, a 1,500, a heavy offensive list, and a 3,000 point balanced demons army list. But my demons can also be an apocalyptic army. I can easily get 6,000 points out of the demons. So last little quick rundown. The new white dwarf, let's zoom into this. Let's see. The new white dwarf is all about the new demon model. It's a fast attack. It's a fast attack Nurgle unit called plague drones. So it's like, it looks like plague marines flying on like a bloated maggot infested gnat, or I don't know what that is, moth or something. So that's really cool. Another thing, as you see on top of this White Dwarf magazine, is the psychic powers playing. They're not playing cards, but they're psychic power cards for my demon army. So that's pretty cool. I don't use a lot of psychic powers, but I'm gonna start doing it because apparently, and I did get it, I just didn't show it in this video, Demon's got a brand new revamped codex, and it's a $50 codex, which is, again, a price increase by Games Workshop. I think it's a ripoff that you got to pay $50 for a freaking codex, but it is hardback, and it does have a lot of pretty colored pictures in it. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to make websites around showing you guys Amber's progress, building the army, playing the army, and then learning the army. Well, I'm sorry, building and then painting the army, and then learning how to play it. And then we'll have a featured blog or some kind of website that is all about just the battle reviews. The content articles that will be on those websites will show step by step the games. We'll review the games, showing like what we did step by step in every turn, why we did this or what we did. You know, the website will only be about the battle reviews, and then we'll have the other websites about the building and painting progression. Now, one last thing before I close here, I haven't been reading a lot of Black Library books, but Commissar Captus Kane. Sandy Mitchell writes all of the Captus Kane novels. I bought them all over a course of 3 years, but I haven't read any of them. Like I've read every single Gaunt's Ghost, because I have the Gaunt's models, him and his ghost. I love Gaunt. It's my favorite book series. He's my favorite model. He's my favorite commander of all time. Commissar Yarick is awesome, but Commissar Gaunt is just amazing badass. I wish they never retired him out of the army, but I guess eventually Dan Abnett is going to kill Commissar Gaunt, so I guess that's why he got phased out. So the newest Commissar Gaunt book that came out, I bought it as an EPUB file because I just wanted to see how an electronic book works on the iPad and stuff, and it's pretty cool, and it's a little bit cheaper. So I'm glad I got that because I saved a little bit of money. I haven't finished reading that book, but so far that book is awesome. So I'm getting into, after I finish that book, I'm going to start with the Cyphus Cain novels, I should say. So here's a brand new hardback. I'm guessing he's fighting Tau, or it looks from the cover, it looks like he teams up with Tau to fight Tyranids. And then here's another Sandy Mitchell, The Last Ditch, Cyphus Cain. Looks like he's fighting orcs. So I've got about 2 omnibuses to read, 2 individual short novels like this, and then these 2 novels of Cyphus Cain to read. And then they just came out with a brand new hardback Commissar Yarick book. And of course, if you play Imperial Guard, you know, and you either love Commissar Yarick or you hate him. And I don't need to get into that, but I love Commissar Yarick. It's a beautiful cover on the hardback. It's got some illustrations throughout the book. It's a very short book, and it's large print, which kind of sucks that it's $20 for such a short book. But when it comes to Imperial Guard fluff, I have to have it. I love Imperial Guard. I've played them for over 11 years. I love my Imperial Guard. So when we get into advanced battles, once we start playing the games more, you will eventually see me whip out my badass Imperial Guard army versus I'll have her playing my demons or her Necrons. And you'll see me play the Imperial Guard. But the main thing is we got to get into this new rule book, crack that out. I mean, it's huge. I got to read all that. I got to get Amber caught up. She's got to get involved with her Necrons Codex. She's got to read that shit. She's got to understand it. She's got to build it. She's got to paint it. And I've got all the techniques from professional training from Games Workshop to get her caught up really fast and get her a good-looking, sexy Necron army. So that is that. I guess before we go, Amber, what do you think about the Necrons so far of the fluff stories that you've been reading and how they play and stuff? What do you think?
They kick ass. I like that they try to take over other worlds and galaxies and things like that. So I'm pretty excited to start playing, getting it off.
What about how they're like undead Terminators, like Terminigas and shit? You know, what do you like about that? Or anything else you can say?
Well, it's pretty cool that they took that kind of sci-fi aspect into the game, so that, you know, if you have sci-fi fans that like that kind of stuff like I do, it just makes it that better to play that kind of army in the game.